10 most overrated players in the Premier League 2019-2020. Welcome to Omni-Sports channel. In the beginning of every season, the media and fans alike make projections of the expectations of individual players. Players are hyped depending on their performances in the outgone season. So, overrated in this context refers to the inability of players to perform according to the average fan's expectations.
But before we kick off, kindly subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell.
Number 10. Nicolas Pepe. When Nicolas Pepe shattered Arsenal's transfer record as the club parted with a whopping £72 million to lure him from Lille's summer, it was expected that he would lead the Gunners back to the glory days. But the Ivory Coast international's returns in front of goal and his general play has been less than impressive. He has been on the score sheet a couple of times. His assist rate has not been any better. A player brought in as the club's most expensive signing certainly needs to be doing more than he's currently doing. There has been noticeable improvement under Mikel Arteta, but Pepe still has a long way to go to shake off the unwanted tag of being one of the most overrated players currently in the Premier League. Number 9. Paul Pogba. Undoubtedly, Paul Pogba is one of the most skilled and gifted midfielders the EPL has to offer. But his contribution to Manchester City is nowhere near what the ardent Old Trafford faithful would have loved. Pogba, since coming to the Premiership, has not had a consistent exceptional run and has by no means justified the £89 million Manchester United paid for him. This does not mean, however, that Pogba is a terrible piece of business for Man United, as he still has age on his side. If he can sort out his problems, which are mostly off-field, he can still live up to all the hype. Number 8. Kepa Arrizabalaga. When one is tagged as the most expensive goalkeeper ever, one is expected to perform according to the said estimations. Purchased by Chelsea from Bilbao for a whopping €80 million, Kepa was expected to deliver returns on that huge investment. However, with a meager 21% clean sheet record, to add to the fact that he is known to concede a goal every 60 minutes, in no way justifies the transaction, no matter how much dire Chelsea fans disagree. Number 7. Dele Alli. Dele Alli burst onto the scene in 2015 and literally took the Premier League by storm. The 2016-2017 season was particularly good for him as he scored 18 goals. His performances as well as stats have declined ever since. In spite of Dele's injuries, his lackluster displays in the Premier League certainly show that he is not as high-yielding a performer as the average sports fan might consider. With 5 goals in 25 appearances and not too many assists either, it is evident that with the touted talent and potential, Ali has not lived up to the hype in recent times. Number 6. Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker might be one of the fastest players in the Premier League, but that in no way proves that he's one with a great defensive prowess. As is evident from how he turns out to be one of the weaker links whilst playing for his national team, the defensive part of his game is hugely suspect. At club level, Walker has titles to hold on to. It therefore becomes a tad difficult to castigate him for his defensive frailties. But it is evident that he struggles when he does not have the kind of quality he enjoys at Manchester City. Number 5. Harry Maguire. For a player, a defender for that matter, who was signed for as much as £80 million, it is fair to say that Harry Maguire has not lived up to the hype yet. The England international arrived at Old Trafford with high expectations, but his presence has changed very little, if at all, in Manchester United's faltering defense. His partnership with Victor Lindelof has been breached far too easily this season, and that leaves so much to be desired. His quality is undoubted, but is yet to prove it in a Red Devils shirt. Number 4. Callum HudsonOdoi. For a 19-year-old player whom the German giants Bayern Munich were willing to pay £40 million for, it was expected that the 2019-20 season would be his breakout year. However, the teenager prodigy is yet to really sparkle. He has often displayed flashes of his brilliance, but currently he can't even get into Frank Lampard's starting lineup. There's definitely still time for him to realize his full potential, but at the moment, he looks like an overrated footballer. Number 3. Hugo Lloris. The choice of Lloris on this list may be controversial, as it will be difficult to accept that a World Cup winning goalkeeping will be considered overrated. Lloris might have a World Cup to his name, but one needs to consider the incessant and constant backing he has had in the form of Umtiti, Kante and so on. His recent performances for Tottenham Hotspur have left to be desired. It has been characterized by goalkeeping errors and grave mistakes that have cost his team valuable points. His bloopers seem to usually occur during tested times, such as one against Barcelona at Wembley. Number 2. Tanguy Ndombele. When Tottenham Hotspur won Tanguy Ndombele's signature over other clubs like Manchester United, it was expected that he would take his career to the next level in North London. However, in just over 8 months, he has gone from being a player linked with some of Europe's elite club to a bench warmer at Spurs. For a player who came to the Premier League with a very huge reputation, his performance on the field of play has not matched the hype. He currently cannot even get into Tottenham's startup line, with Jose Mourinho preferring Harry Winks and Moussa Sissoko in the middle of the park. Number 1. Willian Borges. A majority of Chelsea fans must be frustrated by the performance of Willian this season. The Brazilian was tipped to have a big campaign, having taken over Eden Hazard's number 10 jersey following the Belgian's move to Real Madrid. The 31-year-old has been as inconsistent as ever and has not done enough to fill the void left by Hazard. For a player valued up to £40 million by Barca, his poor performance this season puts him at the top of the overrated players list. Please feel free to drop your own list of underrated and overrated players in the EPL in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Like, comment and share our videos. Thanks for watching.